Hello Pisces, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here. We're going to dive right into your reading. Get a look at what's going on here. What messages does Pisces need to know right now? If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome. I am very happy to have you here. Just keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Spirit for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know right now? All right, Pisces, you've got a gentleman. You've got the birds and you have the fountain. The gentleman didn't come out, but it definitely wanted us to notice. So something is springing into life. You may even be getting messages here very shortly. You may actually even have someone coming towards you. This could be with some kind of offer. You may be running into someone at some kind of public gathering or in some type of public space. You may be getting an email or an offer here from someone. Someone may be reaching out to you. You may go to some kind of public space and run into people or hear news of someone or something. For me, I'm really getting this energy of abundance from all of these cards. I'm feeling like the cup runneth over here with this fountain in the center of the garden. There may even be multiple events here. Some of you, I'm getting maybe going on vacation or may even be flying or traveling somewhere. Especially somewhere with a beautiful outdoor space. And you may get word from someone or you may hear from someone you weren't expecting to hear from. It may sort of come out of the blue. It feels like you're in an energy of abundance and then something else comes towards you. It's like you may be in an energy of appreciation or gratitude, or it's sort of giving me that vacation vibe where you're just like, wow, life is good. I feel so relaxed. I don't have a care in the world. I don't even have to think about what I'm going to make for dinner, or you know what I mean? I kind of have this sense, and it's like, and then the flow begins, like something starts coming towards you. You have the 7 and the 8 on these cards. July to August. Maybe even that Cancer, Leo cusp energy. It feels insanely positive. It's kind of like you finally took your mind off something. And it's like all of a sudden news or something comes in. All right. Wow, for some of you, I'm actually getting it has been someone in your life that's been negative or has been telling lies or is bad. Like I don't like to label things bad or good, but that is the energy that came to me. It's like someone not trustworthy, someone deceitful. You may get news that they're receiving their karma, or like that there may be something coming, like for some of you even literally in the news, that something very public has happened to this person, or there's a public like disgrace or a public truth coming to light, or you know, maybe you share a friend group or a work community with this person. Something may be coming out, maybe coming to light. This doesn't want me to leave this energy. It's crazy. 3 cards can do so much. It's like something is coming to the light, something is being seen, something is coming to the light, or it may become obvious. Like, you may be wondering if the other people around you are seeing the situation the way that it is, and that's literally how I'm getting it. Normally I would say the way that you see it, but it's coming like, no, this is the way that it is. And it may be becoming very obvious to you that, yes, oh my gosh, you guys, it is like, how I'm getting this is like, ooh, it's gonna be different for all of you. Something is coming. Someone is losing their like mask, or someone is being revealed. Someone's truth is being revealed here. Wow. And it's not even something I feel like you necessarily felt you needed. But it sure is helpful for you. It is abundance. It's almost like a stubborn obstacle that wasn't moving so that you could be in flow, and now it's like, I literally see it that way, like it's being washed away, and now it's like nothing but flow. I don't know what this is about, but it's bringing abundance. It's bringing something super positive to you. Okay, I feel for some of you, you were in a relationship with someone and then there was some kind of separation. And it's like, it may have physically ended at that point, or you may have known that it ended, or that it wasn't possible at that time, possibly, or, something needed to change in the situation in order for it to advance. You didn't give up hope necessarily, and you didn't necessarily completely energetically close a door here, but it kind of put you in a place where you weren't maybe necessarily completely open to something new coming in. It's like, you weren't in a relationship, but you were in a relationship. It's like you weren't technically with that person, but they were your person. You were still attached to them. And I feel like there was a lot of time spent wanting to have some kind of reconnection, almost daydreaming about what it would be like to connect or to reconnect. For some of you, I'm getting it's something that didn't quite get off the ground, but it was really hard to let go, because you may have felt the connection, or you may have felt so much potential there. For others of you, this can be that you were actually like with this person and then it broke up, and it's like, it's almost still the same vibe of like, but there was still so much potential there, or like we never really got to see where that could go, or I actually know, like almost psychically, I have a deep knowing that there's more to it than that, you know, that we were deeper soulmates than that, you know. And so it's almost like it's like a very hard thing to let go of. And it's weird, because it's not weird, I don't want to call it weird, I don't want to label it or anything or put any kind of energy on it like that, because it's actually kind of beautiful. But this experience actually brought you to a much deeper understanding of yourself. Being in a relationship with someone's ghost brought you into a greater place of understanding yourself, your own needs, your own motivations, your own desires, why you have them, what is healthy, what is unhealthy about the way you go about things, or who you choose as a partner, or who you allow yourself in, you know, to fall in love with, or into your intimate spaces. There was a huge, deep sense of learning about yourself, which, guys, the success of a relationship isn't necessarily that like we grow old together and die of old age in each other's arms. That is one version of it, right? But another version is that we come to a greater understanding of ourselves. And whether or not you die of old age in each other's arms, if you came to a deeper understanding of yourself, hopefully you come to a deeper understanding of yourself either way, right? Sometimes it works out that it lasts forever and that we can continuously grow and evolve, and that both people are open, because that's really what it is. It's being open to accepting every version of the other person. Some you will like more than others, but in love, you know, I don't know. I hate making stereotypes there, but do you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's like even being in a relationship with this person's ghost actually helped bring you a deeper understanding of yourself. So it's like you almost turned something that could have been toxic or really unhealthy or had no purpose or point into something that was an experience of enlightenment, a gift. Wow. That's deep, and I feel like that is Piscean. You know what I mean? Like I don't see that type of, like, I don't know that I've read for all the signs for many years and many private readings, and I don't know that I've ever, seen this powerfully or this strongly or this to this degree, kind of, because it really is that it's almost like your dedication to this person was a dedication to yourself. It's an interesting energy for sure. It feels so beautiful, but it also feels like you're ready to leave this energy, or I'm getting like butterfly flying free kind of vibes here. Like now you got what you could get from that experience, and it's like either this person's coming back or someone is coming in, and this new version of yourself that you have met and nurtured and cultivated in this period of time is ready for this. And it is, I think, a dream coming true that's coming in here. You've been on a path of evolution, and it may look very different than other people's paths of evolution. And yet, like I'm getting, the flower blooming does not compare itself to the flower blooming next to it. It just blooms kind of energy. Like, however you got here, whatever this was, it is like to be applauded kind of energy. I think you've also kind of honed your psychic sensitivity. Some of you may be reading tarot cards. Some of you may be, really developing your connection to your intuition and really trusting it and really learning it. It's like when you start talking to other people and you're saying, I can feel them thinking about me. I can feel the way they feel. I can feel what they're going through. Other people may be like, okay, wow, something's really wrong with Pisces, or like Pisces is obsessed, or Pisces is unhealthy. But it's almost like you having to just know yourself and having to affirm for yourself what you were feeling and what you were experiencing, and that it was real and that it was true, and that you actually didn't need it to be validated by other people. Or that you didn't really need the people around you to understand you like you may have one time, or about other things you may need that. It has developed a stronger relationship with your intuition. Guys, I'm sorry, like my husband has come down with like this head cold thing, and it's clearly I'm getting it. So I have my hot tea and I'm trying not to be gross, but my sinuses are pretty congested here. Yeah, Pisces, there is this energy of beauty about you right now. Oh my God, Pisces. Pisces, you are stepping into a really beautiful space. And with this beauty card on the bottom of the deck, it says dare to be tender and strongly vulnerable. Pisces, I feel you are getting a new opportunity in love, but I also feel like your beauty is really emanating from the inside. It is almost as if like I'm seeing, two parts of a whole joining back together again, and it making more sense whole, or it's like, I don't even know, but it's you with you. That's how it's coming to me. So I don't know. It's like, you know how I'm seeing it is that, you know how there's like, I think you call it an isthmus, an ISTHMUS. I'm going to say, I don't know. I've never been a great speller. But sometimes even spell check doesn't know what I'm talking about. But, it's like a piece of land that juts out that like can look like an island if there's water covering the piece of land that connects the mainland to that smaller space. But when the water recedes, it's like you see the land that goes out to the land, like you realize that it's all connected. I'm seeing that. I don't know what that I'm actually feeling. It's you with you, and the water receding is kind of like confusion or any blockages or anything standing in your way or whatever, and it's revealing to you that you are whole, that you've always been whole, that no one has ever been able to touch your wholeness, and you're able to like navigate in this way. I don't know, it's kind of profound, I'm not gonna lie. Like it really feels like very spiritual, and it feels very like abundant, and it feels very like healthy, I don't know. So anyway, but we're not meant to stay stationary. We're not meant to ever stay in one energy or in one place or in one even in our comfort zone, right? We're meant to push ourselves. We're meant to and especially when we go through a period of great change and transformation, or some kind of metamorphosis, or some kind of ascension, or whatever this energy is for you, it's like we need to put it to the test. We need to experience what life is in this new energy. We need to put ourselves out there, dare to be tender and strongly vulnerable. What is vulnerability? Vulnerability is risking it emotionally, not knowing what the outcome is going to be. And it, like, love is one of the greatest, falling in love, opening ourselves up to that type of a deep, intimate connection with another person is one of the most profound ways to experience that kind of vulnerability. Going for a dream is another one. Putting ourselves on the line like that, of like, I want this, I'm going for this, I'm putting myself out there, I'm doing this, I'm going to make this happen. You have joy. Make time for the little things today. I feel like this is find joy, like seek joy in everything that you do. Everything that you do, whether it's cooking, whether it's eating, whether it's walking, whether it's taking a bath, whether it's, writing a letter, or writing in a journal, or doing yoga, or meditating, or even, surfing the web. Find joy in that space. Allow yourself to be tickled. Allow yourself to be, mesmerized or whatever by life, by experiences that are very mundane and everyday. Find the purpose, find the beauty, find the silliness, find the lightheartedness in it. And then you have beginnings, and it says don't be afraid to start small. this is like, you know, we can't control when someone's going to make their appearance in our life, or when someone's finally going to show up after we've dedicated and devoted all of this time and, you know, hope and prayer and space to them. And so it's like, be present in the moment, find happiness exactly where you are, and in whatever it is that you do. Because that is the beginning of the path. That is the beginning of the course to true happiness, is to find it where you are now, in your present moment. And that is in your control. Oh my gosh, you guys. I literally just read this present card, and it says, journey into the garden to escape the two eternities, the past and the future. And again, I saw that energy of like the small piece of land connected to the larger piece of land, and that this piece gets covered with water and then it parts and it's revealed, the connection. Be present in the moment. Yeah. I don't know if this is making any sense. I never know if I'm making any sense. All right. I try not to think about it. I try just to say what it is, the message that I get. All right. Here we go. I don't try. I do. Yeah. All right. Here we go. For Pisces, please, Spirit. For Pisces. Oh my gosh. Pisces. Literally, I cannot right now. This Five of Chalices, you know, what is the problem with the energy of the Five of Chalices? Well, we're focused on the past, right? And with the Six of Pentacles, it's like, okay, I want to know who it's going to be, when they're going to show up, what's it going to look like? You know, when is all this energy that I put out into the universe finally going to come back to me? This feels very future-oriented, and this feels very past-oriented. And with the Six, too, this is like where we're trying to align with the energy that we are wanting in our life. The Four of Pentacles feels like right now. Whatever's happening right now. Maybe rearrange your house. Maybe clean out your closets. Like, this keeps coming up in your readings, I feel like. And someone actually did clean out their closets, and I bet they're feeling pretty amazing right now. I've been cleaning out my closet, and I am like, it's surprising what getting rid of things can do for you. Like how good it feels. Even when I now go to put my things away, you know, like when I do my laundry, I am more joyful because I love everything that I'm washing and trying and putting away. Like I can't even, it's wild. Anyway, with this Four of Pentacles, it's like whatever you do, be happy, be focused, be in the present moment. And with this person coming to the door, it's like I feel like things are going to show up. I feel like things are coming in with this bird energy, things you might be really surprised about. But this is a moment of opportunity. This is the beginning of a journey. And it's not marked by like some starting gun, you know, like the races at the Olympics will be, or some, you know, white flag like NASCAR race, or I don't even know if it's a white flag, I think, or a checkered flag, or is the I don't know. Anyway, it isn't like, life isn't like that. We don't, like, the divine doesn't come down and be like, okay, Pisces, here's your new beginning. You start the beginning with the energy in your heart, with what you're aligning with what energy you're bringing to your life in the present moment. This is like way clear here, Pisces. And don't worry about how. Just know what you are aligning with and let the universe take care of how. And do the best you can to let go of the past. What is the Five of Chalices? There's a rabbit on this Five of Chalices card, and there's a rabbit on this Queen of Pentacles card. I don't know, it feels significant. All right, I was actually talking to a Pisces the other day, and he was telling me the things that he does to, like, to keep his mind off of other things. And it's like anything that requires his complete focus. And one of those things was riding a motorcycle. And for whatever reason, that conversation and this is coming up here in these cards. When we focus on the past, it keeps us in a place of feeling really unbalanced, because our past is full of decisions that we wish we could change. And, you know, because we know the outcome. Now we know, like, oh yeah, dating that person led to the worst experience of my entire life. That decision I ended up losing money on. That decision I ended up, you know, being completely taken advantage of and being betrayed. That experience, you see what I'm saying? Like, if I just would have made a different decision in this moment, I would have changed that. I never would have had to have experienced that in the first place. Kind of a deal. And so what happens when we focus too much on the past, there's an energy of, you know, regret. And there's an energy that really basically is the beginning and then becomes full-blown depression, because we can't do anything about it. Those times have come and gone. And the way that we come to a place of peace with the past is by saying, there's a lot of ways, right? And you just have to choose the way that resonates with your soul. But some of those ways are saying, I wouldn't be where I am now if I had not been there. Now that doesn't work if you don't feel like where you are now is right, but where you are now is really where you're meant to be. It can also be that, you know, we eventually come to a place where we are so happy again, and things are so abundant and so beautiful that when we look back, we go, oh, I'm so glad that everything went exactly the way it went, because it brought me to this place. Sometimes it happens when we say, oh, okay, I found the gift, I found the lesson, I found something of value, even though I had to suffer to get what the thing of value is. And, you know, maybe even I wish I had never suffered. I still have this thing of value, so I can be at peace with the experience, because I have changed, because I have grown, because I am closer to this. When we, a lot of times what makes life so difficult to accept, or so difficult to experience, or such a place of suffering, is that we think it should be different than it is, or that we feel we didn't get what we wanted or what we set out to get, or that the result of what we have been through was not the result that we were looking for, or hoping for, or wanting, or working toward. And a lot of times there are other energies attached to that, like unfairness, you know, inequity, you know, the sense of injustice. And when we focus on those things, we are like severing our we're putting blockages between us and feeling connected. we are putting blockages between us and what we think is possible. And we are focusing on the ways in which life has let us down. And life has made you no promises. Life is its own thing and its own uncertainty. And it can be boundless and limitless if we can find that energy within ourselves. And when we're focused on the past and the things that went wrong and the things that we wish could have been different or we know could have been different, we're focusing on something that is limited by the fact that we can't go back and we can't change it. And so it makes us feel limited. It makes us feel inadequate. It exacerbates all of the limitations of being human. And with the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this is saying to me, there's an energy here of potentially extending unconditional love to others and never having it returned, seeing the value in others, but feeling as though others never see the value in you kind of energy with the Five of Cups. And when we have that sense of ourself or of our experience or of life, and we allow that way of thinking to persist, then we kind of stay in this energy of limbo, of imbalance, of kind of being in the present moment, but using it to focus on something that we have no control over. When what we can do is listen to our heart and move in that direction, allow it to guide us to where we're supposed to go. Wow. I mean, okay, Spirit, we hear you loud and clear. The Six of Pentacles is coming across to me very much an energy of the future and wanting like some assurance that our future is going to show up, some assurance that the energy we have in fact put out into the world is going to come back to us. And let me tell you, there are no guarantees in life. There are no promises. Life is an unchanging, uncertain thing that existed long before we got here and will exist long after we leave. And there's no there's no, it's like, I believe in karma personally. I believe that the energy that we put out there, we will get back. And that, you know, if we are investing and we have good intentions and we have good motivations and we're putting love out into the universe to the best of our abilities, it will come back. I really believe that. I also believe that if I decide that I have a picture or a place or a point or something that I'm trying to align with in my future, it is completely within my capability of bringing it in with the help of the universe. And that I don't need to worry about how the universe, sorry, I knew I was going to get a package here. I'm so sorry. We're getting ready for my mother-in-law's celebration of life. And so I have some things happening here. But the universe is going to determine the how. The universe will get me there. If I have faith in that and in myself and in my vision, and I don't keep waffling back and forth going, well, but if I look to the past, there were things that didn't work out. Well, if I, so this might not work out either. So I need to be anxious. I need to be fearful. I need to be in these areas. Then I'm bringing that energy into what I'm trying to do or what I'm trying to create or what I'm trying to align with. And Also, if I become more in love with the time that I'm spending fantasizing and daydreaming about what the future will hold for me, and developing expectations and attachments to it, and being very like, yeah, I want this, I want that, kind of energy, I may be spending a lot of time, by myself in this fantasy land instead of in the present moment in life, making it really happen, putting the things in place, using my free will choices to support that energy and to be that energy and to align with that energy. And with the Two of Swords, this creates stagnancy. This creates this energy of not really being open or vulnerable, because vulnerability is right now, right here. I'm having the courage to put it all on the line, to risk having a dream and not having it happen. The emotional uncertainty of whether or not it's actually going to happen for me or not. That requires you to be in the present moment. Four of Pentacles. Grounded in the present and allowing what wants to come to you, to show up here and now. So this is okay. Oof. There's an opportunity coming for you to follow your heart, or you have someone coming in. This is a soul contract. This is absolutely a soul contract. You have the Justice card on the bottom of the deck. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. You have... Let me just go ahead and clarify this. This can be an opportunity for you to follow your heart, as in, like, for you to go after your dream, for you to risk it. There's a trophy in his hand. I mean, this cup looks like a trophy to me. And this justice is that energy, karmic justice of, I have put all of this good and this love and these intentions into the world, and here they are coming back to me in the form of this opportunity for me to take advantage of, for me to follow my heart, for me to follow what I want. It's not even desire. It's just like what truly resonates with my heart. Wow. You have no idea, Pisces. It's like you don't know this is necessarily coming. Wow. Oh my gosh. Pisces, Lord. For some of you, this is a reconciliation, okay? With the Judgment card and the Knight of Cups, this is someone coming back in. With the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck, there's deep emotion here. For some of you, this may be another Pisces. For others of you, this may be you answering the call. This is, the King of Cups is an energy of emotional mastery. This is where I am fully able to process my own emotions. I have a stable foundation here where I really can process my own emotions. I can have feelings and not be afraid of them. I can risk myself emotionally and vulnerably. This is pretty profound kind of energy, Pisces. I don't know if this is completely you with you or if this is you with someone else, but there is definitely an energy here of balancing out. It feels very much like of a soul contract. It can be like something that you with you, this is something that is on your path. This could be your soul purpose, like coming in alignment with it and being able to like take action on it, answering the call that exists within you to do this. And, or this could be that your person is finally ready to answer the call of this soul contract. This can be a new person. This can be a past person, certainly with judgment. This can be the energy of a reconciliation. I do just want to take one on this moon card. Like, what is this being revealed? It's a solid and stable new beginning. It's an opportunity for sure. But what can you tell me about it, Spirit? It may be that you have come to a place of, oh, wow. Oh, wow. It may be that you have come to a place, you with you, of emotional stability, where it's like you have the strength and you have the kind of like willpower almost to act on this thing that has been in your heart for some time. Or this can be someone else who is feeling that coming towards you. Or this can be a new person who is emotionally stable and really able to show up for you emotionally, to be your counterpart, to see you and to value you. The moon with the World card and the Ace of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. This is like, you're about to see that this cycle has ended and that this is the beginning of your new beginning. I keep getting it starts with you, Pisces. It starts with you being determined to have the new beginning and to be kind of, I don't want to say looking for the new beginning, but like looking for the energy that you are seeking to align with in the life that you have right now. Like looking for the joy in your everyday moments. One of the happiest things I swear that happens to me is I absolutely love my tea kettle. I think I just did not ever really invest in a good tea kettle for like my whole life. And I also I would boil my water in the microwave and stuff like that. And I got a really nice tea kettle a couple of years ago. And ever since I got that, and I also, in my new house, I have a gas stove where I've had electric for a long time. In Florida, we don't have a lot of places that have gas. And the first thing that really sparks joy, well, I have like a whole routine before I get out of bed where I like create my day and stuff like that. But physically and tangibly in the material world, when I turn on my gas stove and when I fill my tea kettle and turn on my gas stove and I hear the sound of the, I forget what it's called, the like clicking sound when you turn your gas on, and see the fire come up and have my tea kettle sitting there. I don't know. There's such a sense of satisfaction and such a sense of joy that sparks within me every single time. Every single day. I really am like, I just love that. I can't get enough of it. I just love it. And it's so basic and it's so simple. And, there are days where I'm like half asleep and I miss it. I'm kind of going through the motions and I'm not fully present. If I catch myself, I'll go back and turn it back on. I'll be like, nope, nuh-uh, and I'll go back and I'll redo it. And so, yeah, there's just, you can find it in the silliest places and then sometimes I even chuckle to myself because I'm like, oh my gosh, that is like, you're out there, girl. But I love it and it brings me joy. And so there's no problem in that, it's not hurting anybody. It's just me, myself, and I in my kitchen with my gas stove and my tea kettle. And it brings me so much happiness. And it also, there is an aspect of it where, we have been boiling water in a vessel over fire forever. You know what I mean? For all of eternity. And I mean, for as long as humans have been on the planet, I feel like, that had to have been something that we learned to do relatively quickly. And it is like something that is a fundamental part of life. And I think I like the connection to that. And sometimes I really do let myself go that way, where I will really think about that and really take that in. And you know, even the potentiality of connections to past lives, that it brings me joy because there is a connection to past lives. Like maybe that was my job, who knows. But anyway, you can find joy in simple places. And, you know, sometimes when we're so invested in being perfect and having a perfect life, or, you know, we should be somewhere that we're not, or life should be something other than exactly what it is, you know, we miss that. We don't see it. We don't hold on to it. We don't cherish it. We don't love it, you know, and what a shame that is. What a missed opportunity that is, you know, to have more joy and more love in your life, regardless of how you get it or how silly it may seem, or, you know, if, you know, if you would admit it to your best friend or not, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? But like, if it brings you joy, it brings you joy. Live in that joy, relish that joy, be glad for that joy, hold on to that joy, repeat that joy, you know, make that joy a habit. You know, reprogram your life and yourself to just live in love and joy. You know, it is always there, always there. Okay, I don't know what all this is, but with the Knight of Pentacles, that's what it's getting me. It's like, you know, the Knight of Pentacles is start where you are, you know, take the step. It only has to be a small step. Find joy in one thing. You know, and I do look forward to that moment. I do, you know, really, I can't wait to sort of get to that part of my day, you know, sometimes. And I do love tea, and you know, I don't know what your thing is, but it may surprise you, and it can be something that has gone unnoticed for a really long time. You know, that all of a sudden it's like when you're plugged in and you're fully present and you're like really have your head in the game in your life, you're like, man, you know what? I actually love this part. This actually excites me. You know, every time I turn into my neighborhood, I live in a beautiful, beautiful old neighborhood, which is not very common in Florida. And there's a golf course in my neighborhood, and there are tons of old trees and very old tropical plants that are just huge. It practically looks like a botanical garden. So many people in my neighborhood walk all the time. It's very active, you know, it's so beautiful. And every single time I turn into my neighborhood, I go, I love this neighborhood. I love coming home here. You know, and, you know, it can be just the silliest, goofiest things, you know, and it's not like my neighborhood is like super expensive or like, you know, whatever. It's, you know, there's every kind of house you can have in this neighborhood. But, you know, it's, I don't know, you know, it brings me joy. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm getting very strongly. Like it starts with you. This new beginning, the completion and the new beginning start with you. It's a decision to not be in the past and to not be in the future, not to worry about how it's going to happen, not to worry about what has already happened that we cannot change, but instead to focus on the present moment and the opportunities that are coming to us. You have so many things that are telling you opportunities are coming your way, Pisces. You don't see them yet. You may not see them yet, but they will be revealed. But it is like within you to choose this new beginning. And that is by finding these things in the life that you have right now. Whoa. Interesting. So you have the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Swords, and you have the Devil card. So of course, you know, I have to clarify the Devil. This to me, the Four of Swords is this energy of rest. We do need to rest. We do need to take a break. We do need to give our mind time where it doesn't have to think about anything, where it can just be at peace and just be in the moment. Yeah, it's self-care. Wow. Wow. All right, so Pisces, so this Four of Swords has an Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Cups in reverse, this is telling me, it's like, for me, when cards are in reverse, they can be something that happens internally, and the Ace of Cups can be a card that talks about self-love. And for me, I'm really getting this strongly as self-love. And like not to be mistaken for anything else. Yes, you do have a lot of new beginnings coming, but this is about taking time for yourself, healing yourself, letting yourself heal, letting yourself come to a place of peace with everything that has been, and a place of peace with trusting the universe to deliver the how, to get you to the place where you are trying to get to. That you will do your best to align with that energy. But part of aligning with energy is starting from a place that is clear, that is healthy, that is healed. Otherwise, you may start, but you're bringing a lot of old wounding with you, and that wounding will get triggered and will play a bigger role than you probably want it to in your next cycle. So it is saying, take the time that you need to relax, to unwind, to give yourself, to nurture yourself, to give yourself what you need to be ready for this. The devil being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles with the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Woo! Pisces, this is giving me a vibe of like doing the work for yourself, healing and releasing lower vibrational tendencies that you have, that we all have. It's going back to me to this relationship of with your ghost here, of like somehow even being in a relationship with someone who's not there. It has helped you to learn yourself. And this is like doing it for yourself as though no one is watching. There's a song, and I keep getting just like these little pieces of it. And part of it is like, I hope you dance. I don't know what this is about, but it's like having fun for the sake of having fun, not caring who's watching, not caring who knows about it, not caring if anyone knows. It's just doing it for your own sake here. I don't know what this is, but it's part of the process. And with the Eight of Pentacles going to the Nine of Pentacles, it's like Pisces, just in releasing lower vibrational tendencies or fears or illusions that have kind of kept you in a place of stagnancy, that haven't completely let you move on to this new beginning. The progress, you're still making progress. Even if you're not noticing, even if no one else is noticing, you're still making the progress. You're still doing the work. You're still putting in the effort. You're mastering yourself. And it's only a matter of time before it really shows up on the outside. Again, I'm seeing that like landmass thing where the water rolls back, and you can see that that island is actually not an island. It's connected to the mainland and has been this whole time. I don't know. I don't know. But it reveals itself. You will get recognition. It will be rewarded. It is going to pay off. This work that you're doing that you feel like no one is seeing, or you feel like it hasn't come to pass, or it hasn't mattered yet, or you haven't seen the result of it yet. It will come. It is coming. You are manifesting, Queen of Wands. You are attracting what you want toward you. You are becoming the energy that you hope to align with, and that you hope to have more in your life of. It is happening here for you. This feels like confirmation. And it is only a matter of time before it shows up in the physical world, because everything is energy. And it will show up in the physical world in the form of some brand new opportunity here. And I feel like you are doing the work to be ready and to be prepared for it. I feel like you have someone coming towards you. You've had more than one night in this reading, and yeah, I definitely feel you have a relationship coming in a very big way. But I feel like this is what you have done for yourself. It may have been that you felt like it was for someone else, or that it was, in relation to hoping to be with someone or whatever, but it was for yourself. And you have made progress. 8 to the 9 of Pentacles. I'm going to do one more. Wow, sometimes the hardest thing, my God, look at that, 6 of Wands on both. Yeah, sometimes the hardest part about change and about closing out one cycle and going into another cycle is the mentality of it. Is, especially when you've been in a cycle where things haven't really worked out for you, it can be very hard to let go of the energy of that things are not working out for me, or that things have only gone from bad to worse. Or even when I start to feel hopeful that things are going to work out, it's like something happens that shows me that, like, no. And it can be really hard to persist through that energy and persevere through that energy without getting super discouraged and sort of giving into it and just being like, okay, fine, I guess, I'm just like, things are not going to work out for me. Especially if we have a proclivity to it, or like, if your parents were kind of like that, and, it's a natural sort of tendency for you, and it can be really hard to kind of swim against that grain and be like, actually, no, things are always working out to me. I'm always attracting what I want into my life. I can always call more of what I want into my life. And the universe is always showing up for me. And the universe is always, taking me to that place. I never know how, but I always end up there. It's hard to switch that mentality. It's hard to flip that switch. We're honestly listening to affirmations is, especially like as you're falling asleep, is probably one of the most helpful things you can do if you just were born into a family where things just typically don't work out, or where, especially if you were like in poverty, that is, it's in your subconscious usually, and you can reprogram your subconscious like way more easily as you're falling asleep. It's just, that's been proven. That, I think it's theta waves that your mind has to get to for your subconscious to really be impacted. And for a brief time in between being awake and being asleep, you hit that theta wave state. So if you're listening to affirmations at that time, it has a profound effect. You have to do it over and over and over again, because it took time for it to be programmed there. So it's going to be taking time for it to be reprogrammed in a different way. But you can have success with that. But that's what I see here. It's like you want to be in charge of your own way of thinking moving into your future. So you have the 5 of Pentacles, and then you have the 3 of Wands coming out with the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is the energy of where we have mastered our thoughts. Our thoughts are not determining, our thoughts do determine our reality. Our thoughts are insanely powerful. And, it's not about it. If we just are living unconsciously and we're just letting whatever thought pops into our head pop into our head and live there, and we're going down the whole path with that way of thinking, and we're just not asking ourselves, is this healthy for me? Is this in alignment with where I'm trying to go? Especially thoughts of the past, and especially thoughts of how things didn't work out. That's not in alignment with the future you want, and you just have to know that. And when those thoughts climb into your mind, you have to just say, this is not in alignment with where I'm going. This isn't serving my purpose. I'm letting this go. Just try it and just be relentless about it. Just persevere. Your mind is a puppy. You have to train it. But this is saying where you're going into the future, you're going to have great success, and it requires you to have great control over your mind, to be the master of your mind, not the other way around. And this shows up in the way you look into your future with the 3 of Wands, and what you expect to come your way, or what you think is coming your way, or what, whether or not you really think the universe is going to deliver. It will show up. If your mind is in alignment with it, it will show up. Our mind is like almost like our worst enemy. You have 2 6 of Wands here. You're going to be successful. Pisces, every reading I've done, it doesn't matter. At the end, you're always successful. And it's literally the cards. Yeah, you have the Six of Swords coming out on the Five of Pentacles. This is taking your place to a place of peace mentally. You know, we cannot go back to the past. We cannot change the past. We can't be born into a different family. You know, depending on what you believe, you may have chosen that path for a reason. This may be something that you're actually working to overcome in this life, in this sort of like opportunity of living and being a spiritual being, having a human experience. And so it's about coming to a place of peace with it and understanding what serves you and what doesn't serve you, and understanding that you are the master of your own ship. You are the one in control of this. And there's very few things we can control, but that we are in control of. With the King of Swords and the Three of Wands, you have the Page of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Eight of Cups, okay? And this is, you know, the Page of Wands is where we say, okay, I'm dedicated to this journey. I want this adventure. I'm choosing this path for myself. It is also, you know, taking those first steps onto the path of our soul purpose. With the Three of Cups, there's going to be celebrations, and things are going to come into our path that bring us happiness, that bring us joy, that bring us celebration. And there are going to be things that come onto our path that eventually we have to walk away from, and that we may follow that path for a distance and invest in it and put a lot into it, and it may just only to find out that it cannot make us happy. And it is best here in both cases to be present, fully present in the moment, and to accept that both fates are true and that both things will happen, and that it doesn't, neither one means success and neither one means failure. That they both are valuable. They both are teachers. They both are experiences. And with the Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck, you know, that Two of Swords was on the bottom of the deck when we were talking about becoming stagnant because we're so focused on the past and we're so focused on the future, and or we're so focused on the future, either or both, makes us stagnant. And the thing is, with the Page of Wands, it's about just not being stagnant. It's about, it is life on its terms. There's going to be things to be happy about, and there are things that are going to make us feel like we're suffering a loss, or like, you know, wow, I put a lot into that and man, it just never panned out. It could never reach that place that I had hoped that it would when I started out, when I started investing. And it's okay. We gain from both experiences. All right. I'm going to get you guys some messages. And I don't know, you definitely are in, I feel we've been in a transition between an old cycle and a new cycle for a while in your readings. And I feel as though we are leaning into the new beginning energy here. And we have been for a little while. So some of you may already be like, wow, no, I'm definitely in a new beginning, or definitely I see my new beginning starts on this date on the calendar, you know. Others of you may still be walking into the new beginning, and some of you may have already begun the new beginning and may even know what this is. If you're dealing with a water sign, I don't know why this happened. I can't do this. Go slow, take time to get to know each other, and I want you so badly. If you're dealing with a fire sign, you're getting, I find you so attractive. You are safe and divinely guided. Firm boundaries are needed now. I wish I could go back. I wish we could go back. If you are dealing with an earth sign, I miss being with you. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. I can't get enough of you. And someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. If you are dealing with an air sign, you are getting try something you've never done before. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. This rejection is actually divine protection, and I wonder how you feel. Pisces, this is what I have for you today. man, I think it's, you got a new day dawning, and I think it's beautiful. And I think you get to decide when it begins by starting by finding, even in small things, joy and abundance. Until next time, Pisces, I am sending you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.